So Romans, we've just been on a bus journey. It was a windy road. It was a bumpy road. Lots of people nodding off on the way here, but we finally got here. And we've arrived in a city which is blue and famous for being blue. And it's up in the mountains. For some reason I thought it was going to be like Nepal. What do I know about hill towns in Morocco? Anyway, this place is called Chefchaouen and I'm off to the hotel to check in. I will see you there. So Romans, here we are in the beautiful town of Chefchaouen. It's pretty epic looking. We're in the Medina. Beautiful old riad converted, got a nice double room. Plenty of hash sellers up here. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great stay. I've got 5 nights here, so I don't know what to expect. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Like, let's see what happens. But those rocks, it feels really Mediterranean, really peaceful and relaxed, unhurried pace. Where am I going to get my hummus from? Let's go and work on it. Sort something out, get some food, get some water and chill out. Because that's what we do. It's time to roam. So there's all different versions of it, isn't there? There's big Medinas, small Medinas, done up Medinas, Medinas which are a work in progress. And here we have the blue Medina. Looking resplendent in its shades of blueness. Yeah, I better take it slow here, no racing around. Just some good steps, put in the work, go through the process. You told me you was buying a load of stuff. No, I didn't. You was talking to me. No, that wasn't you, mate. Oh, that was my brother. It's just a confusion of a blue town. I bet this place looks like good of a night though. They've got like lots of lights out and about. It's very pretty. Reminds me of a little country village somewhere. Because that's what it is. It's the blue city vibe. So I'm going to go to a recognisably branded shop called a BIM and see if I can get some protein-based food to go with whatever veggies I pick up on the market. There's lots of little eateries here. Not today, mate. Maybe tomorrow, right? No worries.
Welcome, bienvenido. Welcome.
Thank you, mate. Benvenido. Yeah. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So grub hunt first. Got a bottle of water. Got to get your supplies in and your survival goods. All the rest is joy. Gorgeous, big sprawling town. I thought it was kind of really compact, but it's a big sprawling town. It's gorgeous. Bit of a breeze, probably about 30 degrees. Beautiful. So I wonder if people get annoyed if you don't paint your house blue. If you do white and just a little bit. Mind you, it does give it some contrast, doesn't it? So I've had one policeman stop me, ask me for my passport. Can't use a camera, it's forbidden. And I'm like, mate, this is a tourist town. I'm going to be taking pictures, aren't I? Everybody takes pictures. It's just what they do. You come all this way on a bus. It's the way life is. I can see bread. It's the first thing. Yum. And the further you get away from the Medina, looks a little bit more rural. I wouldn't say there's a lot of jobs here. There seems to be a lot of people just sitting around chilling out, you know, as you do if you've got nothing to do. So it's a friendly vibe. Endless snapshots of the views. Gorgeous. So beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and save some money here. I've booked some holidays in, or some travel destinations in Europe. A little bit more expensive than here. It's cut my budget down to about 5 dirhams a day. So I just found the central market. Seems to be pretty much fruit and nuts though. So I don't know whether they're actually selling like fruit and vegetables, or maybe that's a different section. The Marche Centrale. Doesn't look like any fruit and vegetables. Well, this is a pretty good little area. I can smell fish. Yeah, there's fish up there big time. Maybe that's where the fresh produce is. Head up there in a minute. Have a look around here first. And then I'll have a look. Don't really want any candied fruit. Be essential. That was a good start on it. Yeah, so basically central market, fish, fruit, nuts, everything a Roman needs to keep him on the road. The only thing I haven't found yet is like olives, but it's all the same sort of price. It's probably overpriced for here, but if it's the same price as I'm paying around the rest of Morocco, then that will do me nicely. Looks like the butchery section. They've got the chicken stacked up. Let's go and see if I can hunt down these olives. Bless Chefchaouen. So the little gateway over there, that is the entrance to Medina, and where all the bulk of the hotels seem to be for your authentic experience. Well, that was one hot old afternoon. Sitting in that room, someone in the room next to me or out in the courtyard sound like they're absolutely choking to death. Terrible. Sounds like they're in the last moments of their lives. So much coughing. There's a nice view of the sunset in the mountains. Just laying there sweating, doing some research. Some of the things we go through, in the back of my mind is like, why are you still here, Kev? Go to India, eat the vegetarian food. It's so bizarre. Kind of love it in a way. It's like some crazy kind of torture, but I want to experience this North African Moroccan thing. Anyway, as they say, it is what it is. But yeah, it's funny. Ooh. I mean, I don't mean it's funny for the person who's coughing their lungs up or whatever, but you know, the kind of the contrast that you see. I mean, that felt like a little bit of a low, because I just, every time this person coughed, I felt like I had a deep flush come over me, like I was actually coughing. It was the weirdest experience. But there you go. Anyway, so this is evening in Chefchaouen. I'm heading uphill, as I'm warranted to do. Tell you one thing in this town, I don't know where the water comes from, but if it comes from up in the mountains, it is ice cold. It's like having an ice bath when you have a shower. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, lots of people are still hot too. Apparently tomorrow's going to be much cooler. So yeah, it's nice and colourful though, nice and vibrant. Lots going on, people drinking tea. Everyone's having a good time, so got nothing to worry about. And the mountains are still lit, so they look absolutely brilliant. It's 8:15, believe it or not. It's really difficult to get used to this like late night kind of activity, being an early riser. But you know, it's one of them things, isn't it? Game of footy in the square, and general stuff going on. I was having a look around the valley, around these mountains, you know, around the local. There's lots of kind of like churches on the hillside and buildings, like little bits of castle or whatever, so I have to investigate some of them, do a bit of walking. Seems to be pretty much the normal amount of stuff available, normal type of things available. But of course there's just this fantastic blue quality to everything, which is pretty awesome. And beautiful mosaics. Well, they're not mosaics, they're just tiles, but you know, everything's beautifully decorated. And unusually so. Now, I would say this is definitely a popular place for Moroccan tourists as well, because everybody's walking around with a sense of wonder, because it is so picturesque. It's like every quaint postcard that you've ever seen. There's so many shades of blue as well. Man, that looks like it's making a screen flicker. It's so vibrant. Fantastic. Up we go. A beautiful old olive tree. Absolutely old and kind of rotten away. It reminds me of like a stylised bonsai. It's an incredible thing. Beautiful. Bit of basket work, reed work. Ancient fortifications. I'm going to put that in the study for my PhD. It's like an old, strangely roofed minaret or something. I don't know what that is. Yeah, they've closed a part of it in. Maybe it was taller and they've capped it off. One thing I noticed for sure, this place is decidedly more Spanish rather than French. Like just past a guy back there and he's listening to like Spanish on the radio and people talking to me in Spanish rather than French. So I've been used to trying to converse in French when English wasn't due. So yeah, it's a little bit more. I think that's the tower I saw earlier. Looks like a good spot for sunset. Wonder if I can get up there in time. Anyway, yeah. For example, Spanish signs and Arabic. Interesting. I thought as much. Water coming down from the mountains. So cold. A few cafes down there and stuff. Nice place. Lots to see here. There's no rush. Most people come here for a day trip from Tangier, so take it slow. Get everything checked out. All the geography, all the architecture, all the colours. It's pretty blue. Not as blue as I thought it would be. A bit disappointing really. I thought it'd be all blue. I reckon the youngsters don't want it blue. Something's wrong. I think this will have to do for tonight. It's a pretty good panorama and it's uncrowded as well. So, wow, nice hotel down there, pool, beautiful. Lovely rural area. Beautiful. Awesome. So there's a cemetery just down over there. And even the gravestones are painted blue. So that's interesting. Different. One was moving that rock. That's there to stay. Beautiful agaves that I make the silk out of. out of the fibres in the leaves. It's amazing that they turn that into silk, isn't it? I've been speaking in like, I've just played back one of the segments I just recorded. I thought, God, I've been talking in like a vicar's voice. I hope I've been talking loud enough, otherwise it's all going to be just footage kind of thing. Everyone will be sitting there going like, turn it up, turn it up. Oh, I don't know. It's a funny old game, isn't it? Maybe it's the reverence of the blueness. I'm like, oh, I'm in awe. It's all so blue. I tell you what, just as nice as the town is, these mountains in the background are fantastic. There's like a goat herder's hut.
Hello.
Right up there. Hello mate, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, that's good. Right up on the hillside there. So, yeah, fantastic views. Reminds me of some French movies I see ages ago. And there you go, someone was just asking about my channel. What's your channel called? It's almost a bit of a shock for me. It's taken like 2 months for me to realise that I'm doing this to make a channel, and it's really nice. So many people, like, well, on TikTok as well, like so many people in Morocco can't see their own country because they're just, you know, stuck working and doing what they're doing. So when I go to these different cities and show them the different cities, they're like, oh, thank you for showing us and all that. I feel really honoured to be able to do it, you know, because I enjoy it while I'm doing it. So yeah, it's wonderful. Beautiful cold stream. Like to get up in early in the morning and no one's around and come down and indulge. Bit of bathing. I notice there's a few peacocks about. So here are the beautiful lights in Chefchaouen. As soon as the sun goes down over those mountains, boom, starts getting dark straight away. So I just managed to get myself some of the local special smoking gear. So we're going to go back and try some of that now, because hashish is part of Moroccan culture. So, and I was just doing the guy a favour. It was almost like he's saying, oh, I need the money for my son and all that. So I thought, look, mate, I'll help you out. So now I've had to get some papers and some cigarettes and all sorts. But it does look rather beautiful. I thought they would only light them up at Christmas, but that's the way they roll in Morocco, mate. Good morning, roamers. Well, I tried out the local herbage last night. Very enjoyable. Thought my feet had dropped off at one point, so awesome hashish culture. So it's going to be a much cooler day today, so I woke up and I thought, let's go out for a walk. So I've picked a viewpoint, but it does seem to be a bit foggy in the valley, so just have to see how it goes. As with a lot of the Moroccan places, it's pretty quiet. Late nights, late starts, so we get the place to ourselves a bit. Can have a look around. But yeah, I slept well. Awesome place. And I think I've settled in nicely as a resident of Chefchaouen for a few days. I'll get a few pictures now before I go into the clouds, because they don't seem too far above me, but yeah, it's like we're walking through a bit of a graveyard. The path's pretty well marked, and there seems to be these kind of concreted goat tracks up there. So hello dog, how are you? Should do us. So the viewpoint we're headed to is on Google Maps. It's like the north end of town. It's called Archer's Cave. There's only a couple of reviews, but I think it's basically about nice viewpoints over the town. The path is stepped and not too bad. I think we just come out onto the road, then we follow the road for the rest of the way. Oh yeah. Yeah baby, get it pumping. So this area is refreshingly beautiful and natural, and there's shows you a few of the walks out of town to the various places where you can go, but this is the beginnings of a national park. And look, there's monkeys and climbing of the rocks. So you leave the tarred road behind after a while, after about 25 minutes, and then you take the track through the forest, which is really beautiful. Nice rough forest path, and this is the beginnings of the track up to Archer's Cave, which is just there. Now I'm going to keep on up the road because there's a lot of fog around, but looks like there's been a few excavations. Looks like there's an old castle in the middle of town there. Looks very interesting. Let's check that out. Sun's just coming over the peak and start burning off some of this cloud up here. It's just drifting through the valley. How gorgeous is that? Up in the clouds, roamers. Now, if that ain't worth a like and subscribe, then I don't know what. Taking you off to the, oh, and there's the sunlight. Oh, oh. Make sure I'm not a vampire. I'm melting. Oh, that is gorgeous. Big old city. Oh, this is beautiful. It's so cool up here. It's like a cold steam bath, if you know what I mean. You know, like a cold vapour bath. But it is all cloud. I'm not walking up any further. That is a pretty fantastic view. That's like, I don't know, an hour's walk from town at a fair clip. So yeah, I just happened to have rolled myself the incredible relief, so I'm going to go and sit down on that lookout there and imbibe. Oh, what a cruisy little town, unhurried. They know they've got a guaranteed income stream. People coming to see the blueness. Fantastic. Two really big swimming pools down there as well, which is really unusual. I thought it was a hotel complex at first, but yeah, happy Larry. Just admiring the views again. Different shadows of the clouds over the valleys. Ah, clouds are beginning to burn off. Gorgeous. Some sort of eagle or bird of prey just soaring in the updraft. Anyway, time to head that back down. God, I've cooled down quickly up here, that's for sure. Woo, chilly. Be fantastic in the winter. Do you know what I was thinking while I was sitting here? This is such a different type of environment and atmosphere in Morocco compared to all the Medinas. You know, I've done all the sort of kind of quite intense stuff, so I think this would be a really different like counterpoint to travel in Morocco. Yeah, for sure. It makes me think I'll come back to Morocco and then go down to the mountains, you know, and have a look at it a bit differently. I suppose every country is made of many parts, so I suppose, as I say, I just went for the cities and yeah, where the history is. So in the main towns. This is a different type of history altogether though. Natural history as well. I was thinking, you know, like with the big valley here and the river coming down, it's just like the blue town is like the water spreading away down into the valley. It's beautiful. Just heading, Jesus, my mouth's dry. Just heading back down to town. Come across the goats on the side of the path having a munch. See them up in the olive trees over there. Nimble beasts. Are they goats? No, oh yeah, there's both. Goats and sheep. Or maybe they're baby goats. I don't know. If you know, could you leave a comment? Oh, there's a few of them. Food time. Back to the blue pearl it is. They put leftover shawarma probably. So Romans, I'm here to give you a report. Basically it's about the potency of the hashish in this area. So yesterday I went for a nice walk in the morning, come back, had a joint, you know, did some research, what I need to do to prolong my travels and to make things exciting. And then I think I had another joint later on in the day, and it was about, and basically I was just bedridden. It is that strong. It's just like almost comatose. Very powerful, very calming, relaxing. And yeah, I thought I really don't have to do anything, do I? You know, like and I thought I'll just go with it, I'll just relax. First time, you know, doing 500,000 steps a month, I just thought I'd just completely relax. And it was just a beautiful experience. I just closed my eyes and there was like animation going on, there's just a stream of content. Like in my mind, it was just amazing, just really amazing. So yeah, I fully appreciate the wonderful produce that comes from this part of Morocco, around Chefchaouen. Fantastic. So it's the morning of the next day. It's going to be a nice cool day. I think it's a bit similar to yesterday, you know, the clouds are out and all that type of thing. Have a quick look around the room, bathroom area, food station, water bottle distribution centre. Good to go. Time to relax, work out the next destination and then up and out. So I managed to wake my legs up, slapped them awake. Hello. And yeah, we're out for a walk in the blue city. So I'm going to go for a walk up to one of the lookout points, which is generally a sunset point, but it's just a good excuse to get everything pumping and working and out and about, as they say. So Friday last night, not as busy as it was in the cities, but a few drums banging, that type of thing. And now a nice, cool, relaxing start to the day in good old Chefchaouen. So this is a spot where I was the other night, where people are going up to the viewpoint. The sun was setting over the mountains here, But unfortunately I was a bit late, so I thought I'll go up there and see it during the day in case I don't make it back here at sunset. So we've got a little bit further to walk, another 500 metres or whatever. Then I noticed there's an interesting set of steps going up over there, so that could be something to see. Oh, lookouts on the beautiful blue city. Yeah. Oh, so I also just got another type of hash. This is more like a green kind of combo hash, the more traditional hash, rather than the resin I got, which is the complete body stone. So I'll go back and give it a try later. But I'm obviously only getting really small amounts, taster amounts, you know. It cost me like 50 dirhams per portion, so it's very inexpensive compared to Western standards and even medicinal standards. And I'm guessing that it's organically grown and well tested and pure. So that is where we're heading. The famed view spot for sunsets. Any other time you fancy climbing a mountain. Whew. Yeah, so basically up here you've got nice rural landscape, you've got your cafe, gorgeous mountains in the background, your mosque tower, which is the site of the viewpoint. Overnight everyone comes up here and sits with their legs over the wall, waiting for the sun to set behind those mountains. Pretty gorgeous. And of course you've got the view over the valley and gorgeous Chefchaouen. So we've come from the mosque on the hill, down the road, and then up these really steep steps. But you know, it's good for you. It's like doing loads of squats, but on one leg. I remember what that was called once. But anyway, lunges. So this is the scenic tower lookout. There's two scenic towers, both of which are padlocked, I bet. But anyway, so scenic tower number 1, scenic tower number 2. Tiny little windows. Oh, so there's a few little gates up here. This is what I want to go and see, this castle with a square in front of it. I think they call that the Medina place, or the centre of the Medina. Anyway, that's where I'm going to go now. Just to get my bearings. So apparently this place is called Kasbah. You can see it from the look points around town because there's these huge trees everywhere. So this is it, the square. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Welcome from
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Sorry, today lovely day. You want to see my family work in the wool, make some pepper,
Not today, sir. Maybe tomorrow.
1 liter for smoke.
Yeah, so this place is in like a main square. It looks like it's got a video, film, photography thing, screen set up. There's a decent hotel over there, a bit of a art studio exchange. So I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of that building is. Looks like there's a park in it. It looks very beautiful. Not in too bad a state of disrepair. Old construction. I'm intrigued. What's it all about? So apparently it's simply known as the Kasbah. So we should be able to go in and have a look around, which is what I'm going to do. Goody, how are you? How are you? I've got no sardines, mate. If you call the cats here, they think like, oh, he's got some grub. They walk up to you really expectantly. Anyway, we are inside the Kasbah walls. A lovely Enclosed gardens, trees, beautiful space. 80 dirhams for entrance. Anyway. See what they've got. Not in any language I can understand, but we can look at it. So I think they're saying that is marble, and they do marble carving, so maybe it's just about the history of the architectural procedures, where they got the base products from. So they're looking at the ancient traditions here of carving and ceramics, stonework, and all the intricate patterns. Many times walking through Morocco, I've seen people in workshops building this. Obviously the machines are not so rudimentary, but it is still alive and well, believe me. Any alleyways you'll see tinsmiths, jewellery makers, a whole gamut of stuff going on. Let's see if we can get a view upstairs. So I don't understand exactly what they're talking about. The shared influences between Spain and obviously trade routes, Sicily, through Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, to Crete. There's a lot of emblems of olives, flowers, Cordoba, systems of agriculture, maybe drainage, shipping, cultural blending of the highest quality. Wow, the courtyard is fantastic. If I ever get a castle, I want a courtyard. Loads of fruit and veg. Not so much fruit trees, they take a long time to grow, but it's good old crops. And I guess that is the water tank for the main building. Substantial. Coming down from the mountains full of that fresh, clean water. I saw a woman on the path earlier on. We had just a brief exchange. You know, she was pulling a bucket out of a well. The water was only maybe 2 meters below the surface of the ground, but pure and fresh. She was up there with a friend filling up all the water buckets to take up to the house or whatever, and I thought, wow. So here you have your historical prison in the castle. My God. So, well, they kind of let you keep your distance in them days, you know. Social distancing in the prison. But I wonder how many people they would have had here. On these nasty cobblestones. Don't have to have a mattress, you'd be lucky if you got that rock. That'd be a VIP prisoner. A few people scratch their names into the walls. I wonder when this was last used. Set of manacles. Help me, he caught me with the ash, officer. No, don't mess around. Now we're going up the Portuguese Tower. And for the total overview of the Kasbah and the Andalou Gardens, there you go. Top little spot. Is it worth it? Noggins Rome's thumbs up. That is the main tower that you can climb. Well worth it. It's saying that they picked out a name of a people called the Gomera. And apparently they were living in Spain for way, you know, millennia. So I couldn't understand all the descriptions because it was in Spanish and French, but yeah, very interesting. Talking about specific people, you know, a specific type of people. It's not just one group of Moroccans, many groups of Moroccans with many influences. And there it is, the ultimate picture from Chefchaouen. The upkeep of the blue in process, the bluening. He's going much darker. I think it dies paler though. So yeah, the bluening of Chefchaouen. Wow, so many hash sellers. My God. So I'm out and about. Evening time, just getting to know different parts of the blueness. So he's just waking up for the evening. Yeah, so for the evening's entertainment, I've actually lashed out on a pack of Pringles. So feeling very very relaxed. Oh God. Oh yeah, it's easy days in Chefchaouen, I think. It's an evening drumming session down in the place at the side of the Kasbah where we was today. And it looks like they've got some sort of proper stage over there. Something's going on. Good morning, moments. So we're just in Chefchaouen. Thought I'd come down to have a look at where the water comes down. Like the Urica Valley, they've set up a lot of, you know, tea stalls, restaurants, etc. Nice flat area for people to have a paddle. Until the water's cold, it looks freezing. Just the job. And yeah, sun's coming up over the mountains. This is a place where they obviously used to do their washing and stuff. Very nice. Yeah, so just out having a walk, shaking off the hashy dreams. Yeah, just been really chilling out, relaxing, getting up, morning walks, coming back, bit of reading, nice meal. Yeah, so basically gonna have a walk around a few different areas of town, head downtown kind of thing, away from the blue city, see what's going on there. Apparently there's a big blue gate, welcome to Chefchaouen, so just really like checking out the borders of the town kind of thing. and to see what is going on in beautiful Chefchaouen. Yeah, so just checking out the other side of the valley, you know, just for a different viewpoint, because it is a compact little city, but packed full of quality. Qualité. There's a few other villages around in the mountains, isn't there, for sure. What an interesting place. If I come back to Morocco, I'm definitely doing a mountain tour. Nothing but the mountains, right the way down to the ones that back on, you know, the Atlas, the mini Atlas, all that type of thing. Be a fantastic experience. It's okay, no problem. So here we're at the Chefchaouen. I love Chefchaouen roundabout. There's some people sitting around with hats and they want money because they think it's their roundabout, but it ain't. It's the I love Chefchaouen. And there's this big, and it's calling me manure now. It's monsieur, not manure. Manure means something completely different. So the good thing about the walk down here is you get to see a reverse of the mountain. You get to see where the water comes down from. So it's well worth having a walk. I think I might go and track down where the Chefchaouen Gate is. But yeah, so there it is. The iconic blueness. Welcome to the city. We've done it. We've found the best view of Chefchaouen. Definitely, without a doubt. Number one, you can see right up the valley where the water comes down and where the road leads up to the next villages up in the mountains. You can see where we've walked, all the landmarks. Beautiful. And then the Chefchaouen sign over there we just walked by. The lookout up on the hill up there, the mosque, the steps we walked to the other day, top end of the mountain, the road when we went up to the forest, went up to the viewpoint up there, downtown area, and then the mountains the other side. Definitely the best view. So anyway, long ago in history, Chefchaouen maybe was a much bigger place, and that gate there is apparently part of the original wall. Looks like there's a well structure. Well, it's not a massively thick wall, but looks like there's an old style of build going on, kind of an aggregate and stuff. So yeah. Sorry. So yeah, it's a lovely area anyway. It's a nice walk out of town. It's not that long, half hour, 45 minutes. The original Bab. I find it hard to believe, but maybe it was like a little kind of ancient police post on the road on the way. I don't think it was a wall which circumnavigated the whole city. That's what I'm getting at. So yeah, maybe it was like, oh yeah, you're going into town, are you? What you got in your wagon? You know, that kind of thing. A couple of beautifully positioned hotels overlooking the valley. People on the love hearts having their pictures taken. Little touristy area, lovely. Oh man, I can't get enough of this view. It's one of these landscapes I'd like to see. Some of these really talented people on the autistic spectrum who can sort of like take a snapshot of it and then draw it in their minds. You know, like all the 3D profiles. I've seen them on YouTube and stuff. I'd love to see a drawing of that. That is just awesome. So we are heading downtown, and I just thought I'd show you the view up the valley, because I don't think it's going to get any better than that, because we're looking sort of straight up. Lots of new building going on down in downtown. The apartments have got fantastic views though from this aspect, because they're facing the morning sun to warm the buildings up, and then they've got the views up the valley. So God, I'd love to know how much one was. We went for a month. It'll be it's a bit of a hike up the hill if you want to go shopping, but Yeah. Also as well, we have to cross the river just a little bit further along. I wanted to see what the river was like down away from that touristy bit. A little gate. There's a few little streams heading towards the main one. That's what I'd say, a bit different to up the river a bit, but whew, how quick things can change. Interesting staircase. Anyway, that water is doing a lot of good, which is what we want, isn't it? So Sunday afternoon in the downtown sort of Medina area of Chefchaouen. It's pretty awesome, busy as always, people out, cup of tea, bit of shopping, picking up some food for tonight's dinner, you know, all that type of stuff. Friendly bunch. Looking for some fruit, maybe some bananas, get some bread. Keep the energy up for these mountain climbs, these hills and stairs. But no, it's been really good, really beautiful, colourful place. Enjoying it. Lovely, beautiful afternoon sunshine. Get some Diet Coke, some water, maybe another bread roll. Got the most delicious avocados back at the room. I think it's going to be another fairly chilled evening. Watch a movie, maybe go and sit on the terrace, smoke the rest of the hash, chill out, live the Chefchaouen dream. Oh, look at that, bread rolls, what a sight, what a fantastic sight. I think my bread sense led me here. So I just got a pack of the national snack, these roasted salted sunflower seeds. The nutrition is really hard to extract. Crush them between your fingers, chew them in your teeth, but you get a tiny little seed out. So yeah, I'll have to persevere. I think they're you need to be a skilled operator to deal with those particular. Just a quick update from the terrace. The terrace in beautiful Chefchaouen. Cruisy Sunday afternoon. Very pleasant. Sunday afternoon. It's 20 to 7:40. Clear blue sky. Hello from very hazy Chefchaouen. Anyway, we're in this pretty little square, so I thought I'd show you. We're up, last full day in Chefchaouen. And that's probably literal as well, because I've been eating rather a lot. Very good food here. Had the munchies a bit. It's all good. But anyway, yeah, last day here, so up out early for a wander the streets, see what's going on, and then prepare for tomorrow's departure, you know, pack up, all that sort of thing, check the tickets, all that old lark, and yeah, enjoy my day here. So Monday today, apparently a guy said there's more markets within the town, so I'll be interested to see how that pans out, see what they've got for sale. I see all this wood. You can smell a bakery somewhere. Smells so good. Fresh bread. But anyway, yeah, that's the lay of the land for today. So I came to this square the other day. It was really busy. I felt a bit self-conscious. I didn't do any filming, but apparently it's famous for this. The well, the Fuente El Horta fountain, which was built in this square and probably supplies a lot of the people with water. And what a blessing that is. But yeah, it's a beautiful square, so just thought I'd come down and show you in all its glory. Early Chefchaouen. Yeah, so basically just out walking more of the Medina, more of the town area, just to see if there's any little bits I've missed. Beautiful place, beautiful village. That's how it feels. It feels like a beautiful little village anywhere in the world, full of like local pride and that sort of self-assurance that you're always going to get people coming in, because that's the way it is. It's too good to miss. Look at this for a beautiful alleyway. How pretty is that? So we're back up at the viewpoint, the sunset viewpoint. Just want to shake off a bit of my hazy headspace, so I thought we'd try a new route. Apparently there's another village and a mosque up there in the distance, so we're going to have a walk up that way. Morning! That's where we're going. Dog's a bit freaked, but there you go. Yeah, so check out the next village. A bit more of a walk. Just under one of these agaves here, you can see by the amount of bees on it that the flowers are actually opening. I mean, they're not spectacular with petals and stuff. They mainly look like stigma and stamens to catch the cross-fertilisation by the bees, I guess. It's looking pretty good though. Very beautiful. So I've took a path off the road. I think it goes up and around the back of the village. Looks a bit more interesting, but basically it's just like a path for goats and sheep and the like. So it's a bit rough. I don't think you could push your pram down here, but it's doing the job and it's well defined, which is always good because it means it's going somewhere, doesn't it? Anywho, lovely views as always, and the sun ain't on me yet, which is a absolute delight. So there's some blue markings and white markings on the borders. I don't know whether it's part of a route. I know there are a few kind of official marked routes around the area. I don't think this is one of them. Anyway, the view. Remarkable. And that's where we're going. Lovely little village. Little small holdings. Sheep, goats, olive trees. Beautiful. We come out on the road just ahead and then we walk back down to town. Oh, this is such a beautiful spot. Smells just the right amount of horse poo, cow poo, freshness, you know what I mean? All the crops in. Beautiful. I guess that's the road. Lots of marijuana. Lots of cannabis. I didn't do it. There's your view of Chefchaouen with a sheep. See all the weeds planted in with the corn. Disguise it a bit. Oh, there's plenty up here. Well, I've heard people talk about the hash farms outside Chefchaouen. You don't have to go far though, it's just planted everywhere. So that's good. And it is a huge part of their culture. That's for sure. Very stimulating. Very life-giving for lots of people. Oh, what a great walk. Well worth it. Yeah, it's only in Arabic. But there is a cafe up here called Cafe Panorama Lubar. So if you head for that, then you'll be in this town. Cafe Panorama Lubar. So this is the mosque we could see. These are the views. The other side of the valley, which we couldn't see. Wow. Lots of villages. Big old place. And of course Chefchaouen down the other side. There's some good traditional building there, mud brick walls with the straw in between, or the straw is an integral part of the structure. Good to see. Probably only used for like low grade building, stables and whatnot, but nice, sustainable building activity. So basically I just found, I didn't want to walk back down via the road, so I found a little path that cuts through back to the Sunset Mosque viewpoint. And there's a few little riads here, but basically you could be in another time. It is that peaceful and relaxed. Awesome place. Makes me think I'd like to visit a few more rural places on my travels. A bit of hiking in the hills. A few picnics here and there. Gorgeous. So maybe what they mean by the markets are on is just more people in town selling stuff today. Fruit and veggies, that type of stuff. Maybe they come in on a Sunday to sell. Not too sure. But just want to have a last look around these blue streets in case I've missed any steps or gradients or any cat activity. Pretty sure I've been down most of these laneways now. So you all are different, but all look the same, but there's a few main ones that lead onto the main areas. So let's head back down towards town and we might see a bit more of the market. Fresh milk, herbs, onions, local crops, olive oil, courgettes, herbs and spices, olives. Seems pretty much the same as other days. Still early though. Always is when I'm walking about, isn't it? Lazy fuckers don't get up until midday. Anyway, let's do a summary of Chefchaouen. What do we think about it? We think it is very, close to Tangier, so there's no hassle getting here whatsoever. A couple of hours on a bus, bosh. Walkability tops. You know, the old Medina area, the food and produce area. Yeah, affordability of accommodation, very reasonable here. It's cooler temperature, which is very nice. It's quiet. You get a chance to do some lovely walks, some unique history. Great destination. I mean, if I was coming to Morocco for a couple of weeks, I'd say, look mate, go to Chefchaouen. It's fantastic, well worth it. You know, there's nothing like it as a sort of a contrast to the Medinas of the cities and the coasts and all that. It's totally unique, and I've really loved personally just having a walk around and seeing the mountains, and yeah, the kind of similarities to Europe and stuff. So Chefchaouen, top marks, top destination, thumbs up. And then of course, added to those top marks, integral to Chefchaouen, you've got the weed and the hash, and if you're into that, then this is the perfect place to do it. It's feels very safe here. It's very popular, for want of a better word, and so, you know, people think, yeah, there's people enjoying the product of our countryside. So if you're into a bit of weed smoking and stuff, then top marks for that too. Really. So my old Romans, I think with these beautiful views over Chefchaouen, as you've seen a lot of during the past few days, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I think this is a nice place to pull the pin on Chefchaouen. If I see anything else, if I go to the markets or anything, obviously I'll pop it in, but this is going to be the end screen as such. So with peace and love in my heart, until the next video, ciao, adios amigo, au revoir and goodbye from Chefchaouen. Peace and love.